Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Lewis?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Just, just exactly fine. That's exactly how I am, Kevin.
Right. You're right in the middle. I like
Right in the sweet spot. Don't want to be, because fine is the thing. That's the thing with fine. If you're good, that's such a long
it.
fall to
You can
bad.
only go down. Yeah.
If you're bad, you can go right all the way up to good. But what are the chances of that? Fine, you want to be right in the sweet spot. Right in the sweet spot. Not
Right.
too happy, not too sad. Just getting by.
Right. I love it. And you're in the house you grew up in, right? That's where you're at.
Yes, this is where it's a very small house. No, I'm kidding. This is where I grew up. This is like a little. Well, I keep saying a little. It's a nice little shed thing in the back
Yeah.
garden. I guess it's a studio now. But and yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see. That is my.
Yep.
That is my house.
Nice.
I should show people closer. But yeah, no. So I'm here with my parents and with my brother.
Nice. I wanted to ask you because I have a young daughter. What's the most trouble? Can you remember the most trouble you ever got in that house and what your punishment was from your parents?
Oh, good. That's a good question.
And with your siblings, there had to be something, right? When you're growing up.
Trouble I got in. One time I remember I put my head through like two bedposts. And
Oh no!
I got in a lot of trouble for that, which is like, listen, we don't need to make my suffering any worse at the minute. My head's stuck in a bedpost. But the least you could do is be a sympathetic ear. I think as well. The thing with my mum and dad is they were quite like I remember we got in trouble for used to get in trouble for having water fights. Like my mum used to hate shit. Why? Because
really? Because
she had to get wash the clothes and get them clean and then
you'd be soaked. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then I remember one time my brother Warren, is my oldest brother, he was swinging me in the garden by the ankles, right? And I was going woohoo, whatever. And I remember I swung back and I hit the back of my head on like the corner of a wall like this.
Oh no.
And I split my head wide open. And my mum came out, chill as you like. Totally fine. Don't worry about it, Warren. It's all good. And I'm thinking, I'm going to go to the hospital. She sat me down on the couch and gave me an ice pole, like an icy thing. And that was it.
And everything was fine after that?
That cut might still be open. And I have no clue, Kevin. That's what I'm saying. It's bizarre.
It's so funny because as a kid, I feel like kids have no fear. So my daughter's 1.5, and she'll do whatever. She'll just run around the house and she'll do anything until something bad happens and she starts crying. But as a kid, you have no fear,
Yeah, that's the best thing though. See when kids not the best thing, obviously.
Right.
My favorite thing about kids is when they fall. They there's like a little pause and they look around and then they just see if anyone catches them. If anyone saw them fall, they'll cry. But they don't.
If you panic, I try to be like, "You're okay. You're okay. You're okay." It was just
exactly.
Your reaction's always the thing.
Exactly.
So we're here in Connecticut. Have you been to Connecticut before?
I have. Yes, I've definitely driven through it.
Yeah.
Because that's where the big building from the WWE is in Connecticut.
Yep. Their headquarters is in Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah.
I've driven through Stamford like it's nothing. I've driven.
Yeah, because we were really looking forward. It's unfortunate the show with Niall Horan that was going to be at the casino, a Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut. So hopefully when that gets rescheduled, we'll be able to see that show. But the casino is really cool. Yeah, if you haven't been to Mohegan Sun before, it's a really cool spot. Do you have any favorite games when you go to casinos? Blackjack, poker, slot machines?
I like what was I playing? I went to Vegas recently.
Oh, nice.
What's the one? Not recently, obviously.
right. When they're open. Yeah.
But what's the one? Is it roulette where you just put the chips on the thing?
That's craps. Will you throw the dice? Is that the one you're thinking of?
No. The one where you put
you spin it.
You spin it. That one.
That's
that
roulette. Roulette.
Roulette.
Yeah, you put it on red or black and spin it.
Exactly. But I just have my tour manager is amazing at winning money off it. But what I do is I just put start with a small amount of money, put it all on black, and then wait, it does it, and then put it all on black again, and then just do that black or red. And sometimes you'll just be it's like ridiculous how money you come in. So I like that,
Yeah.
and I like blackjack. But then blackjack in the casino moves too quick for me. Like,
me too. It's hard to keep up, and then the people at the table get mad at you if you do the wrong thing. And
it's like, relax. We're here to lose some money. Come on.
Right. Well, hopefully, if that show gets rescheduled, we'll be able to see it at the casino and have some fun. And by the way, congrats on all the success in the past, couple of years. It's just been truly amazing to watch. And you're one of the best follows on Instagram and TikTok too. And,
thank you.
and your humor, I love your sense of humor. Your humor is amazing. I know a lot of people tell you that. But what I'm interested in is where was your comedic inspiration? So growing up, what sort of comedies, TV shows, movies, stand-up comedians, where does your humor sort of come from?
I love watching stand. That's a good question. Thank you. And I love watching stand up. And I wouldn't say I'm as funny as those people, but like, like stand up for me is like, I probably watch that more than anything else. Like, so like, instead of watching, people always talk about like series and stuff. I've not seen like a lot of like this, like of the series that you're supposed to watch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I spend most of my time watching like stand up specials. So like people like. When I was younger, it was people like a British guy called Lee Evans, who I loved. I remember watching Eddie Murphy's stuff when I was probably shouldn't have been watching it, to be honest. But like, and then recently, like obviously people like Dave Chappelle as well, and Chappelle's show I loved. But like, and then recently I've been watching. There's a British guy called James Acaster who's hilarious, and I was watching a guy called Neil Brennan.
He's really funny.
Yeah, who's brilliant. I think he co-wrote and directed a lot of the Chappelle show, and he's got a new one called like Three Mics, and it's like one of the mics is one-liners that he does stuff on. One of the microphones is like he does traditional stand-up, and then one of the microphones is like he talks about his life, and it's like really like it's just so interesting to watch. But like so I watch tons of stand-up.
Yeah, you can see that inspiration. It's funny you say Chappelle show, because a lot of the skits and stuff you can see even with your humor on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, that inspiration. Have you ever thought of like when you go on tour implementing some of that comedy into a show? If you did like maybe a smaller club tour, or in addition to the music?
Well, I definitely I would never do like a stand-up show, because as I said, I'm not that funny, but like every I'll have like I guess you would call them bits in between like in between every song, like so like I do the same
where you can banter with the crowd.
Yeah, totally. So like I do that like the same bits like I guess as you would like stand up, but I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm not the funniest person in my friend group. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you kind of know what to say in those moments. But I would never in a million years attempt to do any stand up, because it'd be insult to the people who I truly admire.
Well, I mean, obviously, your musical talent is unbelievable, and we're playing Before You Go a bunch now, and Someone You Loved is obviously a massive hit. And the videos of the crowds singing Someone You Loved. So when you have a song that becomes that big, where the crowd just screams every word, does it almost feel like the crowd has owned that song now? It must be a crazy feeling. It's like their song, because you know what I mean?
100%. Do you know what it is? One of the main things I always say is, people always ask me like, "Oh, do you get emotional singing these songs like about like your heartbreak, or like in Somebody Love's case, like about my grandmother who passed away?" It's like, nah, because it's like they're not. I'm not singing the songs for me. Like I'm not like, I would say like I get obviously a massive amount of like enjoyment out of playing live because of the reaction, but you're there to play the songs for everyone else, and I think that's when you see like that's why I don't get emotional doing it, because I'm there to like allow people to react emotionally to whatever they would like to the song. Do you know what I mean? So like you see people like crying listening to Someone You Loved and stuff, and that's what makes you like feeds back into
it's the connection.
So it's definitely like, but I don't know what I really think when I hear them singing, because it's just like it's genuinely like it can be quite an overwhelming feeling, because it's just, especially this last tour we did in the UK was I had like the stage, like the proper stage here, and then like a little podium sort of thing that raised up. So a lot of the time I was like, so I would go out there for Someone You Loved and sing it, and it would be like sometimes like and like arenas like 15,000 people around, and they're all screaming this song at you in the centre room, and that was like a genuinely incredible feeling. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I can't describe it.
It must be amazing, especially because when you were younger, playing in pubs and just playing in little small spaces, and then to have that many people singing your song and them feeling it too. That must be unreal.
It's incredible. I think that's that for me is like the thing that when people say like, oh, when was your like I made it moment and stuff like that, it's like it's not like usually people say, oh, I don't feel like I ever made it. See, sitting in like a pub, even when it was like 5 people, or like when the first tour it was like 25 people, if a crowd sings your words back to you, that's it. I think if you can
that's the peak.
It doesn't matter if it's 50 people or 50,000 people. If you can do that, I think that's when you should. I mean, personally, to me, that's the gauge of like success or making it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, and you've totally reached that, and I wish you all the success in the future, and hopefully when things are back to normal and you're back up this way in the U.S. and Connecticut, we can hang out for a bit, and thank you for taking the time. I know you're a busy guy, so thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much, man. Cheers. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely. All right, talk to you again soon.
Cheers, Ged.
All right, see you later. Have a good one.